Fun geography fact time: the dip or variance in a mountain, or the lowest point between two peaks, is referred to as a saddle. I grew up on the west coast of British Columbia, Canada, but spent the end of my teens and start of my 20s in Ontario, and most recently have relocated to Scotland. But the one thing I always miss and look forward to when I go back to BC, beyond seeing family and friends, is the mountains. I can't fully explain, but there is something so magical or ethereal about mountains. It doesn't matter if you're at the bottom looking up, halfway up through a trail, or at the top looking down on the world below. There's something very special about the mountains. And while I may be biased, there is something about BC's mountains that are particularly spectacular. As such, the mountains and the landscapes where I grew up have always been very near and dear to my heart. So when you see the thing you love burning, it's heartbreaking. As the title of this video probably suggests, this is where this chat is going to take a bit more of a serious turn. So if you're not in the space for that, you can step away from this video. I will not be offended. But I do want to take a moment to just touch upon this as I draw a piece of British Columbia's natural landscape about what happened in BC and the world this year. This year was one of the worst years for forest fires and global temperatures in history. Major areas in BC were in a panic, were evacuated, and went up in smoke. And if you've seen any footage of the fires, it is gut-wrenching and terrifying. I will be the first person to admit that I am not an expert in any way, shape, or form, but I love my home. And I know that British Columbia is referring to August as forest fire season should not be a normal yearly occurrence. I know that there is so much happening in the world at the moment that deserves attention, care, and concern. It felt remiss to not discuss my concerns for not only my home, but for a world that was on fire on a mass scale this year, while drawing a mountain known for its fire lookout at the peak. I encourage you to look into your local government's resources for wildfire prevention and aid, because one of the things I learned growing up in BC is that forest fire season should not be a new normal.